Joining me now to discuss, former Army Special Ops Intel analyst and Fox News contributor, Brett Velicovich. Brett, that question that I ended my read on, could this visit, could the new support by President Biden, could it make it more difficult? Are we going to see an angry Putin?
Well, I think we're always going to see an angry Putin. But the fact is the Ukraine war is backfiring on Putin. We're seeing that at a tactical level and at a strategic level. I just returned from Ukraine, and we're seeing this play out every single day. And the numbers don't lie. Russia is losing soldiers on the battlefield at a staggering rate. So these arms shipments are not just aggravating the war and only hurting Ukraine, as Putin claims. They're simply aggravating Vladimir Putin because he's been completely unable to achieve his objectives. You know, Russia wants the Ukrainians just to bow down and surrender, something that they're never going to do. Culturally, mentally, it's not in their blood to do that. They will fight. And what Russia has done to their countrymen, their mothers, their daughters, their children, these war crimes, you know, Putin's done something that he's not going to be able to come back for decades. He's going to have to watch his back because they're not going to forget the war crimes that Ukrainians witnessed on the battlefield. And, you know, so if anything right now, I think it's the time for more weapons. It's more support from the U.S. DOD. We need to provide them with every opportunity to defend themselves. That means additional HIMARS systems. That means defense mechanisms like the Patriot missile. That means more drones that have become so crucial on the battlefield. I mean, you've also got these great American companies rising to the occasion to build and supply new state-of-the-art systems for the Pentagon for Ukraine. Companies like Avex Aerospace that makes the Phoenix Ghost drones that the Ukrainians are using daily on the battlefield. Without companies like them, without the U.S. government, you know, many others involved in this behind the scenes, the Ukrainian people, by extension, the world would suffer. And I think the Russians would have a lot more of this battlefield occupied. So thanks to everyone involved that's really been supporting the Ukrainians behind the scenes.
President Biden was asked about this today, and also Mark Thiessen was on a special report, and he made this point. He said he thought that the president had slow-rolled support for the Ukrainians, that he was just kind of giving whatever support he could give at the beginning, and now we're coming out with the bigger guns. Would you agree with that analysis that he kind of, some analysis, they've said that perhaps if we had the big guns earlier, we had the Patriot systems and things like that, maybe this would be further along for the Ukrainians?
No, I agree with that. I think there was always the possibility of that. I spent a lot of times on the front lines, and every time I'd see the State Department announce a new round of arms shipments, it would be very rare to see them quickly on the battlefield. It would take months. So I think a bit of it was slow rolling it, but also more importantly, it was more they just didn't know what was needed out there. They didn't know how to get it on the battlefield quick enough. Now there's a steady supply of these shipments going in. There's a rhythm to it. They know what the Ukrainians need. They understand what's happening every single day on the battlefield and what's needed there. But you know, Putin, he continues with these various speeches about his way ahead in Ukraine. And one of the things I thought was very interesting with this latest speech, where he mentioned how finally extremely complicated it was in Ukraine, which he has yet to admit for so long. But if you look closely, what he also talks about is he wants his security agencies to start identifying traitors and spies and diversionists among his ranks. That's very telling. You know, things are mysteriously blowing up in Russia. You have shopping centers, military bases, oil facilities that are randomly blowing up inside there. And you got to think that the Ukrainians have a number of sabotage groups that are overseas doing that work. So now the Russians are starting to feel it more on their own soil. And so that's a difficult thing for Putin to continue to lie to his own people, to let them know everything's rosy, when in fact a number of his troops and even these new conscripts are dying on the battlefield.
Yeah. Thanks, Brett.